Distillation. This distillation can be used to separate liquids from their impurities. Let me simply explain this. When you have water, it is always not pure because there are some dissolved minerals in it. So now, the kind of water that we use for experiments in the laboratory is called distilled water. And how is this distilled water made? It is they're using this separation technique to separate the water from all its impurities. So they are going to use this method to separate the water from its impurities. How are they going to do that? They are going to boil the water in a distiller, in a machine called a distiller. Now, all the water, when the water gets to its boiling point, it is going to turn into gas, from liquid water to gas. Now, when it has evaporated, there is a condenser. The distiller has a condenser. And what the condenser does is that it cools that thing, that water in gaseous form, it cools it down and turns it back into water. So when this happens, the water is going to be pure when it is collected back, and all the impurities are going to be left inside the distiller because they are not going to evaporate with the water. So they are going to be left behind. Now you have separated the water from its impurities. Now, another thing you can use this method for is to separate two liquids that mix. For instance, ethanol. Ethanol is an example of an alcohol, and this ethanol mixes perfectly with water. So now, when you have a mixture of ethanol and water, you can simply separate it by heating the mixture. When it gets to the boiling point of ethanol, ethanol is going to turn into a gaseous ethanol, and then you can condense it, cool it back until it becomes liquid ethanol. Now you will be left with water. So that's how you can use this distillation to separate your ethanol from water, which are two liquids that mix. And you can also use it to separate a liquid from its impurities.